Sweetheart, it's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel like you've been searching forever. So many people carry this silent ache in their hearts, a feeling that something is missing, that if they could just find that one missing piece, they would finally feel whole. It might feel like it's love you're missing, or maybe it's peace, maybe it's success, joy, approval, or just a quiet moment where everything feels okay. Whatever it is, there's a longing inside that whispers, if only I had this, then I would feel better. And I want to gently take your hand and tell you something very important, something you may have never heard before. You are not missing anything. You are already everything you've been looking for. We've been taught to look outside ourselves for answers. From the time we are little, we are shown that love, approval, happiness, and success live in other people's hands. We think, if I just work harder, if I try to be perfect, if I say the right thing, then someone will give me what I need. But this way of living leaves us always reaching, always hoping, always feeling like something is just out of reach. And when the world doesn't give us what we hoped for, we begin to think something must be wrong with us. But the truth is, there's nothing wrong with you. There never was. It's not your fault that you've been looking outside yourself. That's what the world taught you to do. But just because it's common doesn't mean it's true. You don't need to become anything more than you already are. You don't need to fix yourself, prove yourself, or earn your worth. You are already worthy. You are already complete. You are already the love you've been searching for. There is a stillness deep within you, like a calm ocean that has never been touched by the storm. That stillness holds every answer, every comfort, every truth you've ever needed. When we stop looking outside and gently turn inward, we find it. That's where our true home is. That's where our peace lives. You may have been walking a long road, but the journey was never about finding something outside of you. It was always about remembering who you already are. Let's take a soft breath together. Inhale gently, and as you exhale, imagine releasing all the tension that comes from trying to chase approval or love. Let it go for now. Just breathe and know that in this moment, you are enough. You don't need to change. You only need to remember. You only need to soften and allow yourself to be with your own heart. There is nothing wrong with you. I will say that again, because it is so important. There is nothing wrong with you. The pain you feel is not because you're broken. It's because you've been looking for yourself in all the wrong places. And that's okay. There is great beauty in realizing that the search can end. Not because you've given up, but because you finally come home. You are the love. You are the safety. You are the joy. You always have been. Sometimes when we hear these words, something inside us resists. Maybe a voice says, but I've made mistakes. I've failed. I've been hurt too many times. How could I possibly be enough? That voice is not your truth. That voice is an old echo from a past where you weren't fully seen for who you are. But that voice does not get to define you. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not what others have said or done. You are a divine being of light and love, here to shine, not to shrink. Let that truth sink in, sweet soul. Let it fill you gently, like warm sunlight after a long night. You don't have to figure it all out today. Just open your heart a little more to the idea that maybe, just maybe, you already are the answer to your own longing. You already hold the key, and you don't need to run anymore. You can rest now. You can breathe. It's amazing how much of our suffering comes from the belief that we're not enough. We carry this belief without even knowing it. And it shows up in so many ways. in our relationships, in our work, in our quiet moments alone. We feel like we need to prove ourselves, to fix ourselves, to become better, stronger, more lovable. But let me tell you something tender and true. That belief in not enough is not yours. You were not born with it. You learned it. And because it was learned, it can be unlearned. This idea of lack, of being incomplete, it's like a fog that rolls in and covers the beautiful landscape of who you really are. But the landscape is still there. Your beauty, your wisdom, your worth. It has never left you. It only got covered up by stories. And now you get to release those stories. You get to say, I am whole. I am enough. I am already everything I've been looking for. These words are not just nice thoughts. They are medicine. They are the truth. And every time you say them, out loud or in your heart, you begin to soften that fog. You begin to let your real self shine through. Say this with me gently. I am whole, just as I am. I don't need to chase love. I am love. Say it again, if you wish. Let it become a soft rhythm in your heart. As you walk through your day, you may notice moments when the old belief tries to return. That's okay. Just notice it. Don't fight it. Simply bring a loving awareness to it. You might say, there's that old story again, but I don't live in that story anymore. Then gently remind yourself of your truth. I am already whole. When we stop believing in our lack, the world begins to look different. People don't seem so far away. Love doesn't seem so hard to find. Peace feels possible. That's because you've come back to your center. You've stopped spinning outward and started settling inward. And from this place of stillness, life becomes a little softer, a little kinder, a little more like home. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are on a sacred path of remembering. And every step you've taken, even the ones that felt like mistakes, has led you closer to this truth. You are already everything you've been looking for. Let's stay here together for a while, in this quiet knowing. Let's not rush to fix or change or do. Let's just be. Let's just breathe. And as you sit with yourself, I invite you to feel into the goodness that is already here. Feel into the love that doesn't need to be earned. Feel into the peace that lives within your very breath. The world may not always reflect this back to you, not at first, but that's okay. You don't need the world's permission to feel whole. You only need your own. Give yourself that gift today. Give yourself that love. Give yourself the truth. You are the one you've been waiting for. And in that truth, you begin to heal. You begin to return to your natural state, a state of peace, of love, of quiet joy. There's no more chasing, no more striving, only being, only breathing, only remembering. And that is enough. Let these words sink into your heart, gently and deeply. You are not lacking. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are the light. You are the love. You are the truth. And that will always be enough. It is such a beautiful thing to come home to yourself. After all the noise, after all the rushing around to meet expectations and fulfill roles, there comes a quiet moment. And in that moment, a tender truth arises. You've been enough all along. Coming home doesn't mean arriving somewhere new. It means finally turning toward the place you've always belonged, the gentle space within your own heart. When we turn inward, we may feel unsure at first. There's so much we've avoided or covered up. We've been told that who we are isn't always acceptable, that we must polish ourselves, perform, or hide our real feelings. But the truth is, your heart is not something that needs to be corrected. It needs to be embraced. Every thought, every emotion, every part of you is worthy of your own attention. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive. You are beautifully human, and your inner world is rich with wisdom. Turning inward is not a punishment, it's an invitation. It's like returning to a garden that has been waiting patiently for you. Perhaps a few weeds have grown while you were away. That's okay. The flowers are still there. The soil is still fertile. With each kind thought you offer yourself, you begin to tend that garden again. With each breath, you water the roots of your being, and something deep within you begins to bloom. There is a still, quiet voice that lives inside. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand. It whispers softly in the silence, in your dreams, in the peaceful moments between thoughts. It says, "You are safe. You are held. You are loved." This voice is your true self, not the self shaped by fear or rejection, but the self that has never been harmed, the self that remembers the truth. You were never meant to earn your value. You were born with it. Sometimes we need to sit with ourselves, even in the discomfort, and simply ask, what part of me needs love today? That simple question can open doors. It can soften pain. It can begin the healing. Often, the part of us that's hurting isn't asking for perfection. It's just asking to be seen, to be accepted, to be held with compassion. And you have the power to offer that right now, in this moment. Try placing a gentle hand over your heart. Breathe slowly. Say softly, "I am listening. I am here for you." It may feel new. It may feel strange. But in that simple gesture, something begins to shift. You become your own sanctuary. You no longer wait for the world to give you what you can now give to yourself, and that is freedom. You see, when you come home to yourself, you no longer live in fear of rejection. You no longer chase approval like it's the only water in a desert, because you've found a wellspring within. You drink from your own love. You rest in your own presence. And from that fullness, you can give, not to be loved, but because you already are. It is a sacred act to come home. Not everyone will understand it, but your soul will, your body will, your breath will. Everything within you begins to exhale, to relax, to feel safe. And in that safety, your light grows stronger. You no longer hide it. You let it shine. You become who you already are. Now let's talk about the power of your thoughts, not to shame or blame, but to bring light to what has long been unconscious. Thoughts are not just passing clouds. They are seeds. What you plant in the garden of your mind will grow. If we plant fear, doubt, or shame, we reap anxiety and pain. But if we plant kindness, belief, and love, we harvest peace and healing. The body listens to every thought. It responds with tension or relaxation, with illness or vitality. That doesn't mean you're to blame for your struggles. No, not at all. But it means you have more power than you've realized. You can begin right now to speak words that soothe, thoughts that heal, and beliefs that uplift. Try this simple affirmation: I am safe in my mind. I choose thoughts that nourish me. Speak it gently, like you're speaking to a beloved friend. Notice how your body responds. Perhaps your shoulders lower. Perhaps your breath deepens. These are signs that healing is taking place, not through force, but through love. Every time you say something kind to yourself, you soften a wound that has long been ignored. Every time you choose peace instead of worry, you build a new path in your brain, a path that leads toward wellness. This is how healing works. It's not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's just a quiet choice made over and over again to believe in your own goodness. The mind will often return to old patterns. That's normal. The key is to meet those patterns with compassion, not judgment. You might say, there's that thought again, the one that tells me I'm not enough. And then gently remind yourself, but I don't have to believe it. I choose a new thought now. That choice is everything. You can begin to create a mental atmosphere of safety and love. Imagine waking up each morning and saying, today I am kind to myself. I think loving thoughts. I create peace in my world. These simple phrases become anchors. They guide you back when the waves of life get strong. They help you remember that your thoughts are not who you are. They are tools you can use to shape your life. And when your thoughts begin to change, your emotions soften too. You start to feel lighter, freer. You find yourself smiling more, breathing more deeply, moving through life with greater ease. That is not a coincidence. That is the power of a loving mind. Now let's talk about the story you've been carrying. Each of us has one. A story built from experiences, beliefs, and interpretations. Maybe your story has told you that you're not good enough, or that love is hard to find, or that you must suffer to be worthy. These stories were born from pain, but they are not your truth. You are not the story of your past. You are not the voice of your fears. You are the awareness behind it all, the gentle presence that can choose again. Right now, you can turn the page. You can begin a new chapter, one where you speak to yourself with kindness, one where you stop running from your feelings and start listening to them with love. Take a moment, if you feel called, to reflect. What part of my story am I ready to let go of? You don't need all the answers. You don't need to fix it. Just be honest with your heart. Maybe you're ready to let go of the belief that you have to be perfect, or the fear that you'll be abandoned, or the guilt for things you didn't know then, but know now. Let those old weights drop one by one. You don't need to carry them anymore. Forgiveness is a sacred key in this process. And forgiveness does not mean what happened was okay. It means you are ready to stop suffering over it. It means you are ready to reclaim your peace. You may choose to say, I forgive myself for believing I was unworthy. I now know the truth. I am deeply loved. Or you may say, I am willing to forgive, even if I don't know how. I open the door to healing now. These are powerful acts of self-liberation. Each time you release a piece of the old story, you make room for something new. You create space for joy, for love, for truth. You become lighter, not because the world has changed, but because you are no longer dragging the past behind you. You deserve to live free, free from the chains of old pain, free from the voices that said you were not enough, free to write a new story, one where you are whole, loved, and at peace. This is not a dream. This is your birthright. And it begins, as always, with a gentle breath, with a soft whisper to your heart, I am ready. I choose love. I choose me. Sweet soul, it is time to lay down the weight of proving. It is time to stop trying to earn something that was already yours the moment you took your first breath. Worthiness is not something you work for. It is something you claim, right here, right now. You are enough, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. So often we look outside of ourselves to be told we are worthy. We wait for someone to approve of us, to choose us, to see us. But the truth is that recognition must first come from within. When you choose yourself, the world begins to shift. When you say, I am worthy, not as a hope, but as a declaration, you change your energy. You begin to attract what matches that truth. You don't need permission to feel good about yourself. You don't need to reach a certain goal or fix every part of your life before you can say, I deserve to be happy. You already deserve happiness. You already deserve love. You already deserve rest, joy, peace, and ease. These are not rewards. They are your natural state when you stop fighting yourself. Speak gently to your heart now. I am enough just as I am. I do not need to become more to be loved. I am already whole. Let that truth settle in. Say it again if you need to. Let it become your new rhythm, your new foundation. Every time you feel self-doubt creeping in, return to these words. They are not empty. They are your anchor. You are not behind in life. You are not missing the mark. You are blooming in your own time, just like a flower that opens when the sun touches it. There's no rush. There's only a quiet unfolding. Let yourself unfold. Let yourself soften. Let yourself be exactly where you are and still know that you are worthy. Worthiness doesn't mean you never make mistakes. It means you are still lovable even when you do. It means your value is not tied to your performance. It means you can rest even when the to-do list is long. It means you can say no when you mean no, and yes when your heart says yes. It means you belong. Not later, not someday, but now. This is the truth that will set you free. The moment you begin to see yourself through the eyes of love, you stop waiting for others to do it for you. You become your own source. You stop chasing validation and start creating peace. That's when life begins to mirror back the love you've cultivated within. So let's choose that love now. Let's pause, place a hand over the heart, and say, I am worthy of all that is good. I welcome joy. I allow love. I open to life. You are not empty. You are full of light, full of wisdom, full of everything you've been seeking. It was never lost. It was only buried under layers of doubt and fear. And now you're remembering. You're clearing the way. You're stepping into your true self. There's something very powerful that happens when we stop begging the world to give us what we can give ourselves. That's when we begin to receive, not from desperation, but from alignment. We begin to attract love, support, and abundance, not because we're searching, but because we're open. We're ready. We've created space. When you sit quietly and tune into your heart, you may begin to feel something rising within you, a calm strength, a soft joy, a quiet yes that says, I trust myself now. That feeling is the beginning of a new life. A life where you're not chasing fulfillment. You're living it from the inside out. You don't have to wait for anyone to approve. You don't have to wait for perfect timing. You don't have to get everything right. You only need to open, to say, I am here, I am enough, I am willing to receive. That willingness is everything. So many beautiful things are already moving toward you. But first, you must let them in. You must believe you are allowed to feel good. You must say yes to what already wants to find you. And that begins with receiving yourself, with opening your arms and saying, welcome home. Here's a gentle practice. Each morning, before you rise, take a moment in stillness. Place both hands over your heart and say softly, I receive all of who I am. I welcome love. I allow peace. Let those words become your daily nourishment. Let them soak into your bones. Over time, they will change how you see the world and how the world sees you. Gratitude is a beautiful doorway into this receiving. Not the kind of gratitude that demands you overlook pain, but the kind that says, even in this moment, I can find something to honor. Maybe it's your breath. Maybe it's a sunrise. Maybe it's simply the fact that you are still here, still growing, still choosing love. That is worth honoring. The more you appreciate what already lives within you, the more the universe mirrors that beauty back. Life becomes generous. The world becomes softer, not because it changed, but because you did. You began to see clearly. You began to remember the truth. You don't have to force your blessings. You only have to align with them. They are drawn to your energy, your belief, your self-love. Let yourself be magnetic. Let yourself be open. Let yourself trust the quiet, knowing that you are already enough. You've spent so long searching for the light, but sweetheart, you are the light. And now it's time to let it shine, softly, gently, fully. You don't need to change to be loved. You don't need to be perfect to be safe. You don't need to achieve more to be valuable. You only need to return to yourself again and again, with love, with compassion, with kindness. As you begin to walk through life knowing this, knowing that you are already complete, something beautiful happens. You move differently, you speak more gently, you hold yourself with reverence, and you stop bending to fit where you no longer belong. You choose what aligns. You trust your inner guidance. You let peace lead the way. Let this be your way of living. Choosing love over fear, choosing worthiness over doubt, choosing joy over striving. Not because life is perfect, but because you have remembered your truth. And from that truth, everything flows. Even when challenges arise, and they will, you will meet them differently. Not from panic or shame, but from presence, from knowing that nothing can take away your wholeness, that no matter what happens around you, you remain enough. Let your affirmation today be this: I am whole, I am worthy, I am ready. Everything I've been looking for is already within me. And now, as we come to the soft ending of this time together, take one last breath with me, gently in and slowly out. Feel yourself grounded in this moment. You are not lacking. You are not broken. You are not waiting to become something more. You are already everything you've been looking for. Go gently now. Walk with love. Speak to yourself with kindness. And know, deeply know, that you are the miracle you've been seeking. Always have been. Always will be. Love.